What is up guys? So it's finally time for us to go balls deep in Itachi Uchiha. So the story of Uchiha Itachi and the events that took place causing Uchiha clan's downfall was said to be the core plot in Naruto, which Kishimoto wanted to foreshadow throughout the manga. Although in an interview Kishimoto admits that the initial planning of Naruto was unclear to him, but points out when Itachi was actually introduced, he had decided to secretly make him a good guy. Kishimoto also stated his favorite character is Itachi, and that there is also speculation that Kishimoto didn't truly kill off Itachi as a result of battle, but rather by sickness, because he wanted Itachi to be known as an undefeated ninja. Regarding Itachi's sickness, have you ever wondered what it may be? Well, it may be highly likely that it was microscopic polyangiitis, which is a rare form of systematic vasculitis which primarily affects the arteries, capillaries and venules. It's basically an autoimmune disorder where the antibodies attack the small vessels, and all of Itachi's symptoms fits this, with him coughing up blood, to his low stamina reported by his data book. And it is possible that his repeated activation of the Mangekyo Sharingan caused an initial trigger, as overusing the Mangekyo is clearly inflammatory itself. In Jin no Sho, the Naruto Secret Scroll of Formation character official databook, Kishimoto revealed that Itachi's concept was originally created before the series actually began, as the leader of Konoha's Special Assassination and Tactical Squad, which is also known as the Itachi Squad. The squad was said to be a 70-man group divided into 4 teams, specializing in forbidden operations such as assassinations and even intel gathering by torture and other means. This squad was later dubbed as Anbu, short for Anatsu Senjutsu Takushu Buto, which literally means Special Assassination and Tactical Squad. Later, Kishimoto implemented the concept of Anbu for each village rather than just being a special unit for Itachi himself. In Kishimoto's original illustration, Itachi wore a bandana-style forehead protector, a skin-tight t-shirt, gloves, a coat tied around his waist, and had several scars, including an X-shaped scar on his chin. Kishimoto later implemented some of these elements from Itachi's original design to the Anbu and Danzo. Later, Itachi's design went through different variations, and Kishimoto decided to use most of them with different variations of Itachi, from his time with the Anbu to his time with the Akatsuki. Itachi itself means weasel. Traditionally in Japanese cultures, there is a common superstitious belief that weasels are a sign of bad luck. And since Itachi's character took the role of killing his whole family along with his entire clan, and then he had to force himself to be resented by his only younger brother who he spared, the name Itachi is considered quite suitable. Itachi's characteristics and nature is not only driven by his name, but also by his contracted animal, the crow. For instance, Itachi is the only character in the series to have his substitution jutsu in the form of crows. He could also summon them, which he would typically call forth in flocks to swarm opponents and distract them. He even integrated crows into clones of himself that would draw opponents' attacks. But why crows, and what does it represent for Itachi? Well, in Irish and Welsh mythology, and including some Abrahamic teachings, in some way crows are associated with death, which really fits the dark path that Itachi took. It is also possible that the many crows that come out of Itachi represent the lives he took during the clan's downfall and what Kishimoto intended to represent. Furthermore, the crow have more than one meaning. In Japanese Shintoism and Buddhism mythology, the crow is part of one of the mythological creatures called the crow tengu. Crow tengu are one of the main types of tengu, a group of mythical creatures found in Japanese traditional lore and religions. Tengu are known for their martial arts and famed for their skills in sword fighting, weapon smithing and being skilled warriors. The crow tengu are also known as Dharmapala, protector of the Dharma, as they protect the Dharma or Buddhist law against transgressors of the Dharma. This is most often seen in their hatred of arrogant and vain priests and samurai, which the Tengu play tricks on and punish priests that use their knowledge and authority to gain fame or position. Tengu have a variety of supernatural powers that they use to play these tricks on people, including shape-shifting to human or animal forms, speaking without moving their mouths, and moving instantly from place to place, and being able to invade people's dreams, which can be seen as genjutsu and can be associated with Itachi more, as we often see him as the best Uchiha at doing genjutsus, and his whole reputation for that. In 2015, an original story called Itachi Shinden Komoyo Hen, literally meaning Itachi True Story, was released. It was written by Takashi Yano and illustrated by Masashi Kishimoto himself, so it does make it canon. It was the first installment of Naruto Shinden series that covered a lot of the inside information. Itachi Shinden consists of 2 novels. On December, it was announced that the novels will be adapted into anime series, which we know we're all watching right now. Well, although the Shinden series consists the story of Itachi's past, there are other books that Kishimoto wrote explaining Itachi's strengths. In the Naruto databooks, for example, Kishimoto gives us a few interesting informations about Itachi, such as his hobbies being able to visit Japanese traditional cafes, he wished to always fight Sasuke, which we all know he ended up doing, his favourite foods were cabbage, and his least favourite was steak, which I still don't understand till this day. Itachi completed 340 missions, his favourite word was peace, which we all know suits him pretty well, and he also ties with Jiraiya as having the highest stat total in the databooks. Furthermore, Itachi is shown using many jutsu, but have you ever wondered what they are? Well, there is a list. However, the jutsu that he specified with using his Mangekyou Sharingan are Tsukiyami, Amaterasu, and Susanoo. The abilities of the Mangekyou Sharingan may not even be the same for both of the eyes as the user, as the Itachi has Amaterasu in one eye and Tsukiyami in the other. Once a user awakens the Mangekyou ability in both eyes, they unlock the ability to perform Susanoo. However, Tsukiyami is unique to Itachi, and it's a type of genjutsu where Itachi has total control of space and time. So if you want, he can make any time spent in the real world a thousandth of a thousandth of a thousandth of the time spent in Tsukiyami. So that's about 1 billionth of a second. 1 billion seconds is equal to about 31 years. So yeah, 1 second would be 31 years in Tsukiyami. This is very much like Itachi's personal hyperbolic time chamber that he can make anyone into, but just for the mind and not the body. He used this ability a couple of times for making the death of his loved ones easier, like his parents, by giving them a peaceful life before they died. He also used it on young Sasuke to portray the death of their parent in a more savage way in his mind. He made Sasuke experience it over and over again, mentally affecting Sasuke for his entirety of his childhood. Itachi also used it on Kakashi to torture him for 72 hours straight. So if we use the same time scale of Tsukiyami that Kakashi experienced for Sasuke, it's possible that Sasuke saw his parents die over 500,000 times. However, this is just speculation, as Itachi can control the specific time. The Mangekyou Sharingan uses a lot of chakra and puts a large strain on its user. For example, it has been described as if the user is about to drown and had just risen above water. Most of the Sharingan moves are inspired from Shinto deities, even with Izanagi and Izanami. A famous story regarding Izanagi is where he travels to Yomi no Kuni, the Japanese underworld, to retrieve Izanami, which is his sister and wife by the way, after she died giving birth to the Shinto fire god Kagutsuchi. He pays his wife a visit in Yomi, which is the underworld, in the hopes of retrieving her, but she had eaten the food cooked in the furnace of the underworld, rendering her unable to return. However, he manages to get Izanami and they both try to leave. Izanagi promised Izanami not to look at her before they escape. Right before they reach the exit, Izanagi lights up a fire and looks back and sees her monstrous form. Frightened, Izanagi flees from Yomi and blocks the cave. Izanami curses Izanagi, saying that she will kill 1,000 people per day. In response, Izanagi says that 1,500 people will be born each day. After his failed attempt to get Izanami, he washed himself in his dream. As he cleaned his left eye, Amaterasu was born, the sun goddess. As he cleaned his right eye, Tsukiyami, the moon god, was born. and as he cleansed his nose, Susanoo, the Tempest Storm God, was born. This can very much relate back to Itachi, as after he lost Shisui, Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi and Susanoo was born into him. Even the sword of Tatsuka and Yatamura's shield that Itachi Susanoo wields is related back to the deities. For instance, the Tatsuka sword is the same sword used by Izanagi to kill his newborn son Kagutsuchi, after his birth burned his mother Izanami to death. Later, the sword was used by Izanagi's offspring, the deity Susanoo, to slay the legendary 8-headed and 8-tailed snake, Yamato no Orochi. Just like it was used by Itachi Susanoo to defeat Orochimaru's 8-branch technique, which was pretty much a snake. In the Naruto anime community, there is a common belief that Itachi was possibly homosexual or had feelings for Shisui as a love interest. However, this is actually not true, as Itachi supposedly had a girlfriend who he cared for. When Kishimoto was asked about this in previous interviews about whether or not Itachi had a girlfriend, he responded with saying that Itachi was a very popular kid when he was younger, so there was a higher possibility that he did. And in the Itachi Shinden, a spin-off manga which we all know is canon, which was recently greenlit for the anime and is currently airing right now, it is heavily indicated in the anime and manga that Itachi has mutual feelings and a possible relationship with Uchiha Izumi, a girl he met when he was young. And for heads up, this might be a minor spoiler for you guys who are looking forward for the new Itachi anime to cover all of this. In the first Itachi Shinden, Book of Bright Light, there are less signs of their relationship, but there is a scene where Shinko Inari is a former teammate of Itachi Uchiha and teases Itachi about Izumi being his girlfriend. However, in the second Itachi Shinden, Book of the Dark Knight, during the Uchiha clan downfall, Itachi came to Izumi to begin the massacre with her, as he was told by Danzo that he could only spare his little brother Sasuke. In his heart, he had decided to start the massacre with Izumi, believing that ending her life first would subdue his inner doubts. He proceeded to kill her and her mother first. As he lured her mother away, Itachi approached Izumi and placed her in an extremely powerful Tsukuyomi by putting all of his focus into this Genjutsu. In 1 second of real world time, Izumi lived over 30 years inside Tsukuyomi. Itachi formed the Genjutsu exactly to his desired image. Peace in the village of Konohara. The clan is also peaceful and tranquil. Itachi is free of all of his suffering. They end up being married and they have kids together, raising the children and the departure of the children as well. And Izumi and Itachi experience all of this, and Izumi eventually grows older and older and older, and from the time they come to know each other, 70 years have passed. Izumi falls ill and Itachi cares for her for the rest of their lives until she is about to die. Itachi then breaks his Genjutsu, and as her mind was departed from reality in such a manner, Izumi collapses into Itachi's arms, dying. Izumi thanks Itachi for giving her the life she wanted with him, and Itachi thanks her for loving him as she passed away peacefully. So yeah, anyway guys, pretty much thanks for watching the video, thanks for your support. Follow us on Twitter, you would have known why this video got delayed. We fucking got a copyright strike, by the way, so 2 more strikes and our channel is going to be deleted, so we kind of do need your support. Press the like button, share the video with the people that you think will enjoy it, and there are a couple of funny ass fucking videos of us coming up, which is going to be freaking hilarious, and I hope you guys tune into it. And thanks for the support, guys. Seriously, we can't do this without you. Like it's all you guys. Like work is stressing us up. Work is pissing us off, is stressing us out. See you guys next time. Thanks for your support. Too easy. Oh my god, get out of my face, bro. You know I'm Sasuke. Fucking this is Sasuke.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go hard on you. I don't want to do a challenge, man.